So is the 35th time the charm? Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Reviews by Josh. My name is Josh Terry and today I would like to talk about a new Netflix series called The Haunting of Bly Manor, which according to IMDb is the 35th adaptation of the Henry James novella Turn of the Screw. So the basic story follows an au pair, kind of a nanny, who is hired in England to go out to this very dramatic, wealthy estate mansion and to take care of a couple of orphan children who've lost their parents and who actually the previous au pair has also committed suicide. So it's kind of a haunted house type of story. All kinds of supernatural goings on. And again, it's a 9-part series. And to kind of clue you in on where I'm standing right now, I've watched 4 episodes so far. And so, kind of take that in context. I'm trying to decide whether to continue. There's some things I do really like about the series, some things I'm not really crazy about, and so I'm kind of at this point of reckoning, and that's where this review is coming from. So anyway, story follows, the main character's name is Dani. She's played by Victoria Pedretti, and she's American, and so she actually is carrying some supernatural baggage of her own. Every time she looks in a mirror, and this is not just at the haunted house, but this is just anywhere she goes, when she looks in a mirror, she sees this ghostly apparition standing behind her. And of course, part of the series is about telling us where that's coming from, why it's happening, all this kind of thing. So she already kind of has some supernatural issues, and then she goes to this haunted house, which has lots of issues, and so everything kind of comes together. And that's, each episode just kind of unpacks a little bit more about the background of the characters. The kids are very, very proper and very, very civilized and very smart, but they have kind of their different issues, which kind of makes sense given the kind of things they've been going through. They also seem to be much more aware of kind of like the supernatural nature of the house and are trying to kind of protect Dani from it. There's also a gardener, there's a cook, a couple other kind of main characters that we see kind of floating in and out, but it's mainly about kind of this core. So 4 episodes in, what I like is that the story is interesting enough to keep me kind of, interested in finding out, okay, well, what's this thing in the mirror? And what happened with the parents? What are these, I don't want to give too much away here, but there are kind of your traditional kind of ghostly things happening. And that also is kind of the problem because I don't really feel like I'm seeing anything very new here. It's kind of your routine haunted house type stuff. And perhaps that's because it's coming from source material that has been, worked consistently. Now, I should say that the series is set in the 1980s, and so it has a little bit more of a modern twist, at least in terms of Dani wearing clothing from the 1980s that is just almost distracting. Like the 80s-ness of it, the style is almost enough to kind of think, okay, this is distracting from the story. But the performance from Victoria Pedretti is very, very good. She's a very appealing protagonist. The kids are a lot of fun, and there's some good things happening that make me interested enough. It's not, in terms of scariness, it's not really very scary, and that, again, I'm saying kind of four episodes in. And that actually leads to one of the related issues that I have, which is that for some reason they have produced this. Mike Flanagan, I believe, is the writer creator. He did Dr. Sleep, and I think he did the previous Haunting series. It's TV mature, which I think makes sense if it's a full-on TV mature product. But the only thing 4 episodes in, and certainly in terms of tone and style and feel, is the scattered profanity, which seems really, really out of place, because if you take the profanity out, the episodes that the multiple episodes that I've watched so far feel like almost a TV, certainly a TV 14, not a TV PG, but this seemed like the kind of thing that as a movie, it would be a PG-13, teen friendly, go and see a scary movie, but there's not blood and guts everywhere and all kinds of sex and violence and all this kind of stuff. It really doesn't have that, but there are a couple of characters that are, dropping the F-bomb quite frequently. And so it feels very out of place. And so in some ways, I wonder if it's going to be unsatisfying for both audiences, audiences that were hoping for something a little bit more, not family friendly, but maybe like I say, kind of teen friendly. But then if somebody is looking, goes in expecting some kind of a TV mature, R-rated type product, it's not really that either. And so it's kind of stuck in the middle. Kind of slow in its pacing. Not a lot of, the frights are kind of few and far between. And so overall, there are enough things that I like that I'm kind of interested in sticking with it. But at this point, I don't know, if I want to invest another 5 hours of my life in seeing what happens. And so for that reason, I would give this, at this point, this preliminary review, I'd give it 2.5 stars out of 4. There's some good things going on that I want to acknowledge, but there are enough issues that, given that this is supposed to be kind of a long-term investment that you're asking of the audience, I think it could have been produced and executed better. So what's your favorite adaptation of Turn of the Screw? You got 34 other options. Leave your answers in the comments below. So thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Movie Reviews by Josh. My name is Josh Terry, and I would love it if you would subscribe to the channel on your way out. Make sure to keep your notifications on so you can see the new videos as soon as they're posted. And have yourself a great day and great Halloween, because we're almost to Halloween, right? Take care.